Estimated $2 billion lost in missed taxes from environmental destructive practice. Some blame on political corruption. Political corruption is to be blamed, and African politicians, this is not just the case of Ghana alone. This is a normal case of most of the countries in Africa because our politicians has failed. Felicity Nelson remember her 17-day detention last September vividly. The 34-year-old Ghanaian activist was one of the 53 people arrested at a road junction in Accra after demonstrating alongside hundreds of other youths against illegal mining. In detention, the group found a 54th person in their midst who had been at the protest but was apprehended after visiting Oliver Barker, the protest's organizer, in hospital. So, until our African politicians start doing the right thing, cases like illegal mining will not stop. Because if our politicians are creating jobs, if our politicians are investing in our youths, if our politicians are building infrastructures, if our politicians are investing in education system, if our politicians are investing in tertiary industry, if our politicians, most of them are not puppets of the West, they are using the revenue they are generating from our natural resources to revamp our various countries, reposition our various countries and continents through developmental projects. It is only then that you will say that any African countries will pass any strict laws that will be able to stop people from this illegal mining of a thing. Yes, because even some of these mines are not even healthy, but the people risk their life because they have no other options. Some of them, they even have families to feed. Some of them know that by entering into some of these abandoned or illegal mines, they are risking their life, but they don't care. Yes, because this is just similar like the cases of some Africans who go through the Mediterranean. Some of them that knew they are going to cross the Mediterranean to get to Europe know that is even if is a case of life and death. But it's just that where they are coming from, some of them, they don't see any hope. So they see it like if they succeed, they succeed. If they fail, they fail. That is like the case of these miners or illegal miners in Africa. So until our politicians start having balls and stop being puppets, many of them being puppets of the West, until the colonial part is being destroyed, until the 1884 agreement is being destroyed, that Africa has a total control of its resources. Africa dictates how its resources should be managed, and the revenue recovered from these resources are reinvested back at least 90% of it back into the country. It is only then that we can be able to curtail issues of illegal mining, be able to curtail a whole lot of crimes, be able to curtail a whole lot of insecurity. But our politicians won't do that because they would rather be puppets of the West, thereby looting the remnants of what the West leaves for them out of their own resources, thereby looting, engaging seriously in corruption and looting this money back to the countries of these their masters. So it is until then we'll be able to curtail issues like this. But till then, issues like this illegal mining and other things will keep on going in Africa.